What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's the Honorable Senpai here to bring you a brief review and discussion of the anime Overlord. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and give you a synopsis. Our story takes place in a virtual reality game named Yggdrasil in its last hour of operation before all servers are permanently shut down. However, Momonga, our main protagonist, who is also a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild, Ein's All Gone, decides to spend the last remaining few moments in the game as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, as the clock strikes midnight, he is still in the game as Momonga and is in a new world that is not Yggdrasil, but still has similarities to it. He is well aware of the character he is as Momonga, as well as the other NPCs who have seemed to develop their own personalities based on their creator specifications. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands these loyal subjects to help investigate and take control of this new world in hopes of figuring out what has caused this development and if there are any other players that are in the same predicament as him. Some of the things I like about this anime, the animation, the action and fight scenes were way better than what I was expecting, but I'm pretty sure I should have expected this. It's from Madhouse. Madhouse is already, they produce like memorable fights in the past or just great anime publications, so I was pretty good at that point. I like the fantasy reincarnation setting. That's always cool to me. Granted, I don't even think you can specify this as like a reincarnation or isekai. A lot of people like to say, but I love the fantasy setting nonetheless. I actually like having an OP main protagonist due to the fact that like when I started watching anime, you just saw the same old trend with protagonists either being shy with potential or having no potential, work their way up to it. You really didn't see a lot of like OP cats, coming in and out. So this was like this was cool to me. I always like it when I watch anime and they change up, like, I guess, the personalities and aspects of main protagonists. So kudos. This thing played out like a real MMO, and I'm really fine. I'm fine with that. I like the way they stuck with the MMO genre. They really stuck with it instead of, like, I guess, compared to, like, I'm gonna just throw Sword Art Online on here. When you play in the game and they took their skills over to the real world. Actually, I don't even know what happened after the first season of Sword Art Online, because I tried to watch the second one, said nah. But I digress. Back to this. And another thing I liked about it, which I know a lot of people are probably not even gonna care or just call me petty for it, I like the low-key roast moments in there. Like, I like it. I'm always a fan of a good roast, so I can appreciate that. I'm not gonna tell you where it happens, but when it happens, I'm pretty sure I was about the only one like, ooh, she kind of burned this cat. Oh my god, you got an A for me on that one. Yeah, that's how I am. Now let's get into the bad about it. The main character, even though I praised the main protagonist being OP, because I guess I like OP characters like that, but the main character is bipolar as shit. He's like, he is on certain cases, he sounds like an entitled man child that has a good side to him, and sometimes seems like an upstanding guy, but he can't pick and decide which one. I mean, dude, at some point in this whole thing, he's treating it like a game, which he should, I guess. If you just got thrown in here, you can treat it like a game, but you can die, so you can't really treat it like a game. It's, you know what I mean. And I can understand under the circumstances why he would show, like, just hard, like, I gotta really figure out what's going on. I can't really spend time helping you, and yada yada yada. But then he'll show compassion and kindness to the people that he was just now belittling, and it'll just be like, wait, dog, what? You are mad confusing right now, dude. And it just seems like he gets distraught at some of the simplest stuff, but he ends up perfectly fine later. Like, let's say there was a death of somebody he was close to in this thing, and he'll be like, man, that's fucked up. Well, on to the next one. He'll meet the person who killed him and be like, you and like just gets all kinds of rage. I was like, wait a minute, dude. You didn't look like a cat that was like trying to mask his feelings. Just like you actually felt like, happens. Found him. Oh, I'm so mad at you, you Yeah, that's what it seems. That's why I call him bipolar, man. Like it was just throwing me off. There were plot holes in this thing too. It was like, there's no one from the real world that you know is still here, but there's no hints that anybody from his world is there, but yet he just automatically knows, like, yo, there has to be an enemy here trying to get me. How do you know this? Nobody put any hints throughout this whole thing, but you just, I know. And a few questions I have about this, like, what happened to his real body? Is this his real body? So when he got stuck in the game, did they just transport his body in here with him? Is his body still out there? Or did he get whisked away completely? Didn't really, like, know about that. I'm pretty sure, like, if this thing gets greenlit for, like, 2 seasons, probably gonna explain the 2nd season, but, you know, I'm just going off what it is right now, and I don't really think this is getting a 2nd season. It could. If it is, you finally correct me in the comment section. Perfectly fine. And there was no depth to any character in here. Like, watching this, I saw no depth. There was no, like, development. There was none of that. And sometimes I let anime get away with not having any character development if I'm just, like, you know, just passing the time. And I was kind of doing this with Overlord. So it should be okay, but at the same time, it was like, you could have done something to make everybody a little more interesting. Like, there was no interesting character in here to me. Not even the main character himself was that interesting. Like I said, dude was like a spoiled man child. There were some bonds of friendship happening. It happens towards the end. You know the deal. You know the deal with bonds of friendship. Friendship overcomes all. Not saying that's a bad thing, just saying try not to be like this as predictable, I guess. The pacing was meh. And there was a lot of times there was people in locations for no reason. You were just like, well, why are you out here? Like, who are you looking for? That's the question. Who are you looking for? Why are you out here doing this? It really didn't make no sense. To me, I guess. Maybe some of y'all smarter than me, y'all can tell me what was actually going on while everybody. I know they were looking for the enemy, but you have no idea who the enemy is, or how they know you, or how they track it. How are you gonna track them in a place that you don't know? That's all I'm saying. My overall thoughts on this thing is alright. It's a little below alright, but you know, it's a little below average. As far as like plot and yeah, as far as narrative, character development, like a lot of key stuff is very much average, if below that. But if you do find yourself up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, like I did, and just need something to watch, this might be perfect for you. Let the time go right by, man. So all in all, would I recommend it on a boring day? Yeah. If it's just something you really something that somebody's like trying to just throw out to you, like, yo, man, you gotta check this, that hot shit. Nah, bruh, this ain't it. It has room to improve, so maybe season 2 will make it'll be better. We'll see. But yeah, man, that's all for the brief review and discussion of Overlord. If you've seen Overlord and want to discuss it more in the comment section, go right ahead. You can also hit that like button if you like the video. Or if you just want to help your boy get some shine, you know, hit that like button and subscribe to him. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming in, listen to the review, and peace.